All right, so next up we have our fog lamps. Okay, now again, now we're into the headlights and the fog lamps. These use halogens, and so it's very important that if you want to reuse that bulb or save that bulb, you do not touch the glass at all. You only touch the back, and this is with your hands, because your hands have just enough oil that if you touch them, it's going to burn. It's going to cause it to burn out if you ever plug it back in. So these ones are actually pretty easy, but it's going to require you to lay on the ground. No tools needed. So let's show you what kind of bulbs you're going to need. So I'll provide you a part number, but this is a C light. Again, these are the lights that I've had really good luck with. They're fairly inexpensive, and if you keep the original bulbs, heaven forbid one of these burns out while you're waiting to get another replacement, because these do have a 1-year warranty on them, then you can slap the other bulb back in there in the meantime. So again, this is what the bulb's going to look like. Now we're going to get underneath the truck after I show you what they look like stock. All right, so there is a stock one. I'm trying to give you a couple different angles, and we're going to do this side first, and then we'll come back and show you what it looks like. So go ahead and shut the lights off, and then we'll get underneath the vehicle. All right, everybody, so we're laying underneath the front air dam here, and this little blue guy right here is your fog lamp. All right, so again, it behooves you to go ahead and spray this vehicle off, or your vehicle off, before you get underneath there, because this is where you get a little bit dirty and stuff kind of falls out. So there's a little tab right there, and we're gonna pull back on it with our finger. At the same time, we're pushing up with this and remove that. All right, so I had to change hands here because my left hand is just not as smart as my right. So pull this tab back. Don't need to use a screwdriver. Push up and pull down. From here, you can push that aside, and then from here, you're just gonna take this little. This is the actual headlamp itself, or the light bulb itself. You're gonna twist it, pull it out. All right, so from here, we can manhandle this all we want. You can bump it into stuff. It's not a big deal. Now, if you had this on before, that is going to be hot as a pistol. So I would just recommend just setting it aside. Now, when the lamps come with the bag, we can put it back in the bag to save them. Again, it's okay. We can set this on a piece of leather. As long as they're cool, we can set that on some plastic. And we're just going to leave that aside. So now we're going to get back underneath here. We're going to repeat the process, lining up those tabs, snapping it in, okay? And then we're going to snap that connector back on. All right, so from here, again, we have to wiggle our hands up in there. And we're gonna put the light in there, wiggle it around until it kind of finds the right tabs, snaps in there. Now make sure that the seals are on those when you put them in. But yeah, once you get it in there, we can go ahead and plug it back in. And again, the process to be exactly the same on the other side for the other bulb. Now let's see what it looks like. Swapped out the LED and how much brighter it is. All right, so now we're back. So LED light is white and very bright. So if we can see there at different angles, there is the LED. There is your HID incandescent bulb. So much brighter. Let's see if I can get both of them in this so you can kind of see right there. And again, when I do the night walk around, you'll see it's substantially different. This install is going to take you about 3 minutes per side if everything's clean underneath there and you got some good lighting, clean floor to lay on. But yeah, no real tools needed for this. We're gonna go ahead and swap the other one out and show what they both look like in. All right, guys, so since I wasn't filming the other side literally took about a minute. I had the bulbs down there with me, got underneath it, put those in. I will put a link in there. Now if you look up there, you can see how dull that light now seems, and that was super bright initially, so it's just pretty crazy. But again, super cheap install to put in, and you don't have to necessarily even swap out your headlights. If you just want to swap out your fog lamps for those, that bright white light is super easy for you to see at night. So thanks again, guys. We got the headlight ones, and again, we may or may not do the blinkers and and slash running lamps. We did do the marker lamps over here, but the reason why we may not do is because the LEDs sometimes create a hyper flash. So these bulbs can be substantially more expensive because they have to have a built-in CAN bus or resistor, so you don't get a warning on your thing. So see you on the next one. And almost forgot, on this one, these I'll put a link in there where I got them on the Zon. There is your number. You'll need 2 of these for your OEM fog lamps. Again, these are actually pretty inexpensive and inexpensive. Jeez Louise, been a long day. And I do save the original, so if we ever need to go back, we can. So super easy install. Go ahead and hit subscribe and that notification bell so you can see all the videos. And then there'll be a whole trail of these on how to do just about every exterior light on the truck.